Hello students, here with this video we are starting with chapter 1 Commerce Basics of Form 1 subject Commerce. In this chapter we will see in detail what is commerce, its importance, commerce flow chart, trade, aids to trade, barter system, its drawback and so on. So in this video I will be starting with meaning of commerce. So students, starting with nature of commerce. See, commerce is an economic activity. See the points which I have highlighted with different color. Try to remember that point so it is easy to remember. So, commerce is an economic activity. Remember, commerce is an economic activity which is concerned with the exchange of goods and services for the aim of making profit. So remember, it is an economic activity, so its aim is of course making profit. It deals with creation of various utilities. Now what is utility? Again we will see this in detail in chapter 2. See students, we are going through all the chapters in details, topic wise topic. So I request you to subscribe channel and do not forget to press bell icon to get notification of all videos, and of course it is free of cost. So see students, second point here, it deals with, means commerce deals with creation of various utilities. Utility means what? It is the satisfaction which is obtained by a person after the consumption of goods or services. So commerce deals with creation of various utilities such as time and place utility. Time utility, say it refer to a type of utility, satisfaction, which involve making goods available when they are needed. And here warehousing helps to create time utility. It store goods in the warehouse until they are needed. Place utility, this is a type of utility which involve making the goods available at the right place where they are needed. For example, transporting goods from factory to the market. See students, we will see in detail what is utility. It is there in chapter 2 production. So here just to remember, commerce deals with creation of various utilities. The main purpose of commerce is to bridge the gap between producer and consumer. Now how commerce bridge the gap? By the exchange and distribution of goods and services from producer to the consumer, from production area to the consumption area. So the main purpose of commerce is to bridge the gap between producer and consumer. Commerce includes not only trade but also services like transport, communication, warehousing, banking, insurance, etc., which are called aids to trade. We will see again this in detail, trade and aids to trade in this chapter. Now by this we can define the commerce. See, definition of commerce. Commerce is the study of exchange and distribution. Exchange and distribution of goods and services from the production area to the consumption area, from production area to the consumption area, to satisfy human needs and wants. So a study of commerce would therefore include a study of trade as well as a study of aids to trade, means auxiliary services. Now see some terminologies in commerce. Goods. See, these terms are not in detail in your chapter. So just have a glance on all these terms. See, like goods. What do we mean by goods? Goods are any tangible items. Tangible items means that can be seen, touched. Business make goods and sell them to customers who then own them. Because when we buy the goods and we are giving something in return of the goods, then the ownership transferred from the producer to the customer. Example include computer. Example of goods include computer, pens, books, tables, chairs and so on. So the goods this term refer to physical things as opposed to services which are abstract or non-physical. For example, laptops and smartphones are goods, while lawyers and travel agents provide services. So here we can say services refer to things that we can't see and touch. They are intangible. So goods are tangible items, whereas services can't be seen and touched, so they are intangibles, and which can satisfy human needs and wants. Example include banking, insurance, transport and communication. Of course, they satisfy human needs and wants, but we can't see and touch the services. They are intangibles. Coming to the next terminology used in commerce, business. It refers to any legal activity carried out by an individual or an organization in order to make a profit. Or we can say business means the organized efforts of individual to produce and sell for a profit the goods and services that satisfy society's needs. Now price means what? It refers to the exchange value of goods and services in monetary terms. So whenever we are buying something from like any shop, we buy textbook or stationery. So in exchange for that goods, in return we are paying something. So that price of that goods or services is known as exchange value, that is the price of that goods and services in the monetary terms. Coming to the next term, exchange. Exchange refers to buying and selling of goods or services in order to satisfy human needs or wants, because through buying and selling there is an exchange of the ownership from the seller to the buyer. So exchange refers to buying and selling of goods or services in order to satisfy human needs or wants. Exchange constitutes trade which is carried out through money as a medium of exchange. When there is an exchange, it is of course not free of cost. So it is carried out through money as a medium of exchange. Now producer or a seller, of course it's a very easy term. Producer is a trader or a person who sells goods and services to other traders. For example, retailer, wholesaler. Consumer or buyer. Consumer means a person who buys goods and services from other traders. All human beings are said to be consumers. For example, all human beings are consumers. So consumer means a person who buys goods or services. Coming to next term, trade. Trade means buying and selling of goods or services for the aim of making a profit. See students, here I am not going in much detail because all these terms have again some subparts and we are going to see in detail in the coming videos. Here this first video is just introductory purpose. Just here we will see the meaning of commerce and some terms introduced in the commerce. Aids to trade means all those activities that facilitate smooth flow of goods from manufacturing center to the consumption centers are called aids to trade or auxiliaries to trade. These activities play supportive role. They help in removing hindrances, problems which arise during the production and distribution of goods and services. So students, commerce is principally concerned with the exchange and distribution of goods and includes all those activities that in some way or another way help the movement of goods from the producer to consumers. See, we as a consumer, we are living at one place and producers might be far away from us. Most of the times they are far away, even they are from other country. So to exchange goods and service from producer to consumers, there are many activities that comes to help, that comes to help in removing all the hindrances. So commerce includes that activities also. See here we can see one simple example. Suppose Mr. Hussain is a person and he wants to buy a fountain pen for his son. He wants to buy a fountain pen for his son. He will go to the local shopkeeper. Near his house there is one shop. So he will go to the local shopkeeper who sells these pens. He wants to go to that shop because he knows him and he wants to buy from there. He used to buy stationery from there. So he will go to the local shopkeeper who sells these pens in small quantities because Hussein just want one pen. Such a person, so to whom from whom he is buying that pen to from the local shopkeeper. So such a person is called as a retailer. Quite obviously retailer do not manufacture the things they sell because he is not selling a single thing. He is not manufacturer. So what he do? He buy from someone else. They buy them mostly from another trader called as a wholesaler who sells goods in a large quantities. Wholesaler buy their supplies in even large quantity from either a local or a foreign manufacturer. Let us assume that the fountain pen Mr. Hussain is interested is not his country's product. It is some other country's, like suppose it is a Japanese product. And so what happened? This would necessitate the service of a number of people like a shipping company, railway corporation, road transport to get pen from the railway station to the warehouse of the wholesaler. It will also involve the service of insurance companies to exchange cover against various probable risks, the bank that provide the necessary finance and payment facilities, the brokers who arrange the major deals, etc. So we saw the many people right from the humble retailer to the sophisticated financial institutions who play some part or another in getting the goods within the access of a consumer. Perform what we call as a, so all these activities what we can call it as a commercial activities. So these activities may be broadly classified into two groups: those related to the actual buying and selling of goods, trade, and those that assist in the buying and selling of goods. So the former type of activities are called trade and the latter aids to trade. So trade and aids to trade together constitute the subject matter of commerce. The subject matter of commerce means the areas covered in commerce. So commerce deals with trade and aids to trade. So student, we are going to see this trade and aids to trade in detail in the coming video in the commerce flow chart. See some more terms which you should know as a commerce student, like needs. Needs refers to for human being to survive. If you miss them, our life can be affected. For example, food, clothes, education, medical service, shelter. Want. See, want refer to non-essential things. We can survive without it. To human being, they are only intended to make life more enjoyable. Like TV, radio, for music, for shows, bicycles, cars. So they are known as wants. Distribution, it refers to the way in which goods, services are made available to final consumers. It involves the movement of goods and services from where they are produced to where they are to be consumed. Okay, production area can be anywhere. It can be far away located somewhere, might be in other country or might be in a very far area in the same country, and the consumer can be living to an other area in other part of the country. So distribution refer to how these goods and services are made available to the final consumer. It involves movement. So say student, we saw here the meaning of commerce and many terminologies. Then we saw what is trade, aids to trade in short. See, Students, subscribe the channel and also press the bell icon. So you will get the notification for my coming videos. I am also posting for the MCQ, which will help you to revise the chapter. Okay, and share with your friends, so it will be useful to them also. Like the video if you like it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.